Hey everybody, welcome back to the couch. My name is Melissa and this is Couch Mom Club. Today we're going to be answering a question. In fact, I'm going to be doing a series of videos answering my most frequently asked questions. And today we're going to tackle this question. How do I remain consistent on YouTube? Now this is a question that I've been asked over and over and over again. And I've been asked a number of different questions over and over and over again. So I thought, why not just make a series of videos answering your questions? So today, how do I stay consistent on YouTube? We're gonna answer that question in this vlog, so stay tuned. Consistency is one of those things that can really go by the wayside, especially when life happens. And guess what, guys? Life is always happening. But we can still remain consistent. In this video, I'm going to give you 7 tips on how I remain consistent on my YouTube journey. And guess what, guys? Before we even get into the video, here is one bonus tip. Never make excuses. This morning, for example, was so crazy and so hectic. But guess what? I'm still going to make this video for you. And I'm still going to remain consistent as life will allow me to be. But the one thing that I know that will help me and will help you is to remember, do not make excuses. When life gets crazy, use the crazy to become creative. Allow your light to shine even through the chaos, even through the craziness. I promise you guys, it might not be what you want to present, but there's some truth in that and there's some honesty in that. And if I can be honest with you guys, consistency is not easy. But when you put these 7 tips and now this bonus tip into practice, I promise you it'll get a little easier. So now guys, it's time to get off the couch and into life and into this vlog. Hey guys, we are on our way to a trail. We're gonna do some walking as usual. see all the sights and visit all the cool places. I still don't have a new lens, so I have to keep checking to see if this is focused or not. Teo, are you ready to go for a hike? No?
I would like to.
You would like to?
Yeah.
Alright, so we should go, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Say hi, Noel. I'm going to give you 7 tips on how to stay consistent on YouTube. Can you let me do this line? Why did she say no?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Bonus tip, push through all of the child interruptions.
Alright, I'm going to give you Okay, we'll try this later. So I'm going to spend the next couple of videos answering a few of the questions that I've been asked consistently throughout my YouTube journey and my online presence. And this is the first topic that I will cover. How do you stay consistent? So right now I'm operating on a very consistent level on YouTube and people have questions. They want to know how I do that, how I'm able to stay consistent throughout this journey. We've been on YouTube for like over a year now and people have been just wondering, like, how do you keep up with such a vigorous schedule and how do you never miss a day? So this video is going to give you exactly what I do in order to stay consistent, and I just have 7 really quick points to touch on so that it will help you on your YouTube journey or whatever journey that you hope to be consistent in. Very windy today, so I'm going to try to talk to you as best as I can. We are outside and I do have my mic, but you guys have seen in my Niagara vlog it was completely windy and the audio was just all over the place. But I want to give you my first tip for being consistent and remaining consistent. And tip number 1 is to set proper goals. The reason why I want to tell you about setting proper goals is that sometimes you just have an idea of what you want to do and then you set out to do it. But without a roadmap, it's very easy to get distracted, very easy to get lost, very easy to just let it just drop off, fall off, and then you forget that you were on a path to doing something and accomplishing something. So if you write down your goal and even rehearse that goal, tell yourself what your goal is every single day, Write it down, put it somewhere where you can see it every single day. Just have that goal at the forefront of your mind so that it's not a matter of what you are trying to achieve, but then it becomes a matter of how. So you always have that what in your mind. What am I trying to accomplish? What am I trying to achieve? And with that in your mind and that at the forefront of what you're thinking about, you are not going to waver because you are going to hold yourself true to that one thing. So the second tip that I have for remaining consistent is to just value your word. If you've written a list of your goals and you've made some promises to yourself, like I am going to start my YouTube channel and I am going to monetize by the end of the year, then value your word. You need to keep the promises that you make to yourself. I think that this is very important. Not only should you keep promises that you make to other people, but you should keep promises that you make to yourself. When you say something and you put that in the atmosphere, then follow through. And I promise you that the value of what you say is just going to increase, because when you start to see those results and then you know that I stuck to what I said that I was going to do and I pressed and I persevered and I carried on, the rewards are going to be great. Noelle, did you have fun? Yeah, it was so much fun. I want to tell you my third point for being consistent, and that is remembering your why. Now, this is very, very important. And I know that you've heard it said before, remember your why. But that is what is going to drive you to accomplish. It's going to bring you to a place where you are going to, come hell or high water, stick to your word and do what you set out to do. So, remember your why, guys. And I mean, it's all easy to say that, and you think that the follow through is going to be easy no matter what, but I find that the most important thing about your why is that you need a meaningful why. I mean, a lot of times you have goals for YouTube because you want to monetize. You want that extra stream of income, which is fantastic in my opinion, because who wouldn't want an extra stream of income? But money by itself is not a strong enough why. Money to do what? Money to accomplish what? Now, one of the really, really cool quotes that I've heard in recent time was to change your thinking. Don't think about it like, what can I do with my money? But rather, what can my money do for me? So when you are talking about monetizing and a why being the monetary value of what you are doing, think about it in terms of what that extra money can do for you. And then center your why around that more meaningful thing. So I know for us, extra money means expanding Couch Mom Club, expanding the activities that we do with our children, just all that good stuff. So why? My kids are like number one, obviously. And of course, why continue? Because you can get monetized and create more lasting memories and do more amazing and fantastic things with your family. So remember your why, guys. Oh, I wasn't talking smack about you at all.
No?
Mm-mm.
I'm surprised.
So another way for you to stay consistent is to do what you love. I think that goes without saying. Like most of the time when we are, starting YouTube channels and doing all of that stuff, It's so much easier to press into it and to do more when you love what you're doing. For me, my channel focuses on motherhood, and this is by far the best journey that I've ever been on. So it's easy for me to do it because I love it. I love spending time with my kids. I love learning about them. I love just everything that is motherhood. I love it. The next tip that I have for you kind of goes hand in hand, because even though we love what we do, we got to find ways to keep it fresh. If we're always doing the same thing, it can get boring. But if you find new ways to present the information, find new ways to talk about it, find new ways to just deliver our message, it's going to help you to stay consistent, because it's fresh and it's new and it's exciting. So even if you're doing the same old, you're doing the same old in a new way. And these tips can be applied to anything, not just YouTube. So remember, do what you love and keep it fresh. Alright guys, I'm going to give you the last 2 tips for staying consistent. The next tip that I have for you is to consider your lifestyle. Sometimes with what you're doing on YouTube, you think that you need to be in a certain place or do a certain thing or have a particular setup. Sometimes you just got to include your life. If you're going to the mall, bring your camera with you. Always be rolling. That's what we say, right? Always be rolling. Who coined that?
I don't even know.
Just always have your camera with you. You never know when the right moment is going to come, and you never know what you can use if you just record everything. Sometimes you have kids running around like I do, and you can't always rely on them to stick to a nap schedule, but that shouldn't stop you from being consistent. Just go with the flow. Your kids are going to be in the background of your videos. Whatever it is, just consider your lifestyle and incorporate it in what you're doing. My last tip is to keep it simple. Don't get too complicated, because sometimes when you overcomplicate things, you lose your momentum and you don't want to just push through and keep going. So whatever you're doing, keep it simple, and then you'll have a better time and an easier time remaining consistent. So that was the end of the video, guys. I'm about to enjoy this fire, get my marshmallows on, my roasted marshmallows. Did you bring the chocolate?
I brought everything.
So we can just go at it, just do what we gotta do.
Yeah.
What are we making?
S'mores.
I hate
You just
saying
don't
that
like
word.
saying the word. She doesn't like to say the word.
I hate saying that word because he always makes fun of me because I think I pronounce it weird.
No, you don't.
You think that I'm saying some mores, but I'm not. I'm saying s'mores, but you're always like, oh, you said it wrong.
I don't even think that have I ever accused you of saying it wrong?
Yes, that's why I don't like to say it. Subscribe. Join the club if you want more of this bantering and more of this content.
But you always want some more s'mores.
Hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Also follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, and I will see you all in the next video.